Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And this team is playing greater than their sum on paper right now. Great chemistry, and it's translating to wins.
Credit has to go to this coaching staff. The style of play fits this roster, and every guy seems to be accepting his role.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Now the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the second player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. To the middle. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Great find by Trae Young, one of the more instinctive passers in this league.
Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Jackson in the corner. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
We're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
First team foul.
And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
Yes, Kevin, the major forces for sure. There are always some teams you just can't tell if they're legit or not.
He's off on the first.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. So we can't get either to fall.
In most seasons throughout his career, Clint Capella has shot a higher percentage from the field than from the line.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
I think they had some key takeaways from that one. Things they did well and things they can improve upon.
Atlanta again missing.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Pass to George. The 3. Atlanta with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
And here's Los Angeles. Ibaka. And the rejection by Collins.
Substitution for your Hawks. Danilo Gallinari.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's George. The shot is good off the backboard. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And the wide open shot from Reddish drills the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triplet.
Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got his third bucket of the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Sweet Lou at his finest, attacking, drawing contact, and finishing what he started.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Back to George. And the rejection by Jang. They retain possession. Zubac, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
The Hawks have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Delon Wright. At line.
And so Wright nails both of them. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Last game matched up with the Magic, a tough loss there.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
It was just an off game for them, to say the least, but to almost pull it out was impressive in its own right.
Clippers trail by 4. Ibaka outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Young. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Back to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. To the paint. Crafty move. Got a piece of it.
When you watch Kevin Huerter, he plays hard at the defensive end. That was an effort block.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The kick out to Young. Fires from deep. And the rejection by Jackson.
Kevin Huerter. And that's his first personal foul.
Outside, George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 8 points.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Back to Jackson. Pocket 6. From deep. George, no good. The Hawks leading. From deep, Collins. Young in the corner. It's up a 3. And they recover it. It's Young on the wing. The second chance effort. And he cinched the layup. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter, didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them, and now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Ibaka outside. Outside, George. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. George has got 10.
Nice recognition from Paul George there. Understanding the shot clock situation and cashing in.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Steve, this league is filled with potent offenses, but which team would you say is the most dangerous offensively?
Oh, Kevin, I have to go with the team that has Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. 3 all-time great scorers on the same team. Now that's dangerous.
Outside Jackson. Outside George. Over Williams. Rebound Atlanta.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Releases from 15. The shot, no good. Clippers trail by 4. The drive by Jackson. Outside for George. Back to Jackson. A 3-ball. And Wright pulls it down.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
And don't sleep on Will's hops. Although he's getting a little longer in the tooth, he can still rise up and be free.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Outside Williams. Pass to Chang. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Down low. Here's Mann. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Right, left side. It's Williams with the drive. And he comes up with the deuce. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Clippers trail by 4. George with the ball. He's got 12. To the inside. Here's Mann.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Nobody near Williams. And he drives in. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
He gets that one. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka.
Team second.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution for your Hawks.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
Outside for George. Here's Mann. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Jackson. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. It's George on the wing. For the tie. Clock at 4. A wide open look here for Ibaka. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Young looking it over. Luwawu over to the left wing. And he gets the bucket. Luwawu's got the first points of the second half here for Atlanta.
There's a lot to like about Kevin Huerter as a catalyst. Smart, skilled, and versatile.
And here's George. Driving inside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
There's one place you can be sure to find Kevin Huerter just about every day, and that's the film room. He studies the game in detail, trying to improve his own game and get insights into his opponents.
Yeah, there's just as much work you can do on the court as it is off the court. Kevin Huerter knows that, and he's embraced the film work and analysis that it takes to become a great player.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Got that one up quick. Young's got 9.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Here's Mann. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And he makes both free throws. The Hawks leading by 3. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Williams. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. He's got 11.
Shifty with the dribble. Lou Williams knows what to do to get his shot off.
Count the basket.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. We can look forward to the Rockets arena after this matchup to take on Houston. Shoots the 3. And the rejection by Jackson. Inside. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
T-shirt time! All right, look who's coming under the board. Come on, get loud for your ATL Hawks dancers! All right, look who's coming under the board. Come on, get loud for your ATL Hawks dancers!
So both teams making some changes here. The Hawks leading. Here's Huerter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Yep, it counts.
Finding makeable shots. Kevin Huerter continuing to become more efficient as a scorer.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. To the left side wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Atlanta leading by 3. Ball's knocked loose.
Out of bounds.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Johnson outside. And there's the drive. And Kennard wide open. He shoots.
For 3.
Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Gallinari outside. Back to Wright. There's the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Wright outside. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Kennard with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. Oh, great ball movement there.
And here is Wright. Out to the wing. Here's Luwawu. No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead as they end the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And we'll be back with you right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Hawks trail by 5. To the inside. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hawks. Johnson outside. To the paint. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Here's the Hawks with the ball. On deep, Collins. The offensive rebound. Pass to Wright. Reddish with the ball. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. And no good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Now here's Johnson. Kennard for 3. Reddish grabs the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
From downtown, good on the 3-point shot. Reddish has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Shot selection still needs a little work, but Cam Reddish has excellent range on the jumper.
Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Second substitution.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Young outside. To take the lead. And right on target. Good. And the Hawks lead by 2.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
Outside for George. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Jackson trying to break free. And George is good for 3. George has got 21.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Young outside. Driving the lane. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Reddish. Back to Young. Off Off target from the baseline. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. Latrey. Tries again.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Second chance shot. He lays it in. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Back to Young. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Again, Young missing. Los Angeles leading by 3. Young with the steal. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Los Angeles making a switch here. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter.
All right, look who's coming under the court. Come on, get loud for your ATL Hawks dancers.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Young for 3.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Pass to Hartenstein. Off target from 3-point range. Young up top. Here's Llewellyn. Young outside. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
No good from Bledsoe.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And the dunk by Capella.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
And George, here we go. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Can't cash in. Capella. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Back to Bledsoe. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Young outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
To the wing right side. Back to Zubac. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And we've talked about Collins becoming a go-to scorer. Important points right there.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
We play just over a minute here in OT. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Shooting for LA.
An underrated two-way player. Bledsoe wows you with his offense, but he's also made the all-defensive first team.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
Left side Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Collins has got 5 points in the quarter.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
It's George on the wing. Back to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And the seasoned veteran Bledsoe not afraid to take matters into his own hands and take a big-time shot.
It's Young on the wing. Back to Capella. Stolen by Zubac. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
That's to Luwawu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Young. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
His third. First team foul.
That one misses for Young. And here are the Clippers. 4-point game. Now George. George double team. High post, Zubac. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Reddish.
You've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Young outside. And the wing jumper offline. Bledsoe with
Atlanta foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Eric Bledsoe.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now. Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all.